Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Rebecca. So I wanted to get on here really quick and talk to you guys about the top 3 reasons that people do not make it in real estate as a real estate agent. As you may know, the fail rate for realtors is extremely high. And what do you think makes the difference? Why do you think it is that some agents make it and some don't? Well, I've been a real estate agent for many years, and I can tell you that there are a few key things that people who do make it um, have, and that they do, and that they practice regularly. So that's what I want to talk about today. If you don't know who I am, or if you're just stumbling on this video, I practice and preach law of attraction all day, every day. It's how I've grown all of my businesses, and I absolutely adore it because it's something that I can depend on. So that's what I want to talk about today, is the 3 reasons, or the top 3 reasons, that people are not making it in the real estate business. And of course, there's a lot of different reasons. Life is not a straight line. There's a lot of different things that could happen, but these are the ones that I see most often. So the number 1 reason that people aren't making it in real estate is because they are not clear on their vision. And right, you're like, oh God, here's another person gonna tell me about vision. I hear you and I feel you, but let me tell you what I'm talking about, because you can sit and write down the units you want to sell all day. You can sit and write down the price point that you want to sell all day, and you can absolutely attain those. But until you create an actual vision, a vibe, I would rather call it a vibe, of what it feels like to be the agent you want to be. And until you start doing that on a regular basis, right? Because see, here's what happens. You wake up in the morning and you just bring with you yesterday. And then you start walking through life and you just keep bringing back yesterday. As a real estate agent, yesterday might have been crappy. Maybe yesterday nobody answered the phone if you were trying to cold call. Maybe yesterday you did a video and it flopped. Maybe yesterday somebody told you no. I mean, there's 1,000 reasons not to bring yesterday with us. And that's why it's so important as real estate agents for us to start new every single day. And so just because you create the vision, however long ago when you first get in the business, doesn't mean that you don't need to be reminding yourself at a regular, on a regular schedule, what it is that you want and where you're walking towards. So that is number 1. And what I recommend doing is doing my energetic hustle. You can go to my website and find it. You can find it there on YouTube. Get my energetic hustle. Find anything that's going to have you start to dig into what you want your future to look and feel like. And there's a lot more I could say on that, but that is the biggest thing that I think people do not get clear on. I hear a lot of numbers thrown around, and I know, when I first came in the business in the early 2000s, I had brokers sitting down and saying, okay, this many units goes this many houses. But one thing that I want you guys to think about is, how do you want to feel? Like, it's great if you sell 100 houses, but if you feel like crap and you miss every single game that your kid has, and you are not getting any rest and you're feeling run down, then is that really your vision? Like, is that really what you want? Is that an outside standard or an inside standard? And so in the first part of it, and I know there are a lot of people who get into real estate, I coach them, who get into real estate, they make a truckload of money, and then they're like, yeah, but I'm not happy, Rebecca. And so figure in your happiness with it, and don't believe that money will buy you happiness, because it won't. Money will never buy you happiness. Yes, you may be more comfortable, but you're not going to be happy. And happy is something you take with you everywhere you go. If you are feeling inside that you are not whole and full, and you're walking around with guilt and shame and all these other things, you're never going, like, you're going to burn out really quickly, and you're going to get out of the business. Or you're going to end up in divorce, or who knows what, your kids don't talk to you, I don't know. But I just know that that leads to a lot of things that you don't want. So we need to start thinking about, how do you really want to feel? How do you want your business to feel? And start exercising and stretching the limits that you've put on yourself about what that looks like. So that's like, if you're thinking, well, leads have to come this way, start to expand your mind a little bit and give yourself a little bit of a, okay, well, but leads could come this way. I could get a lead when I take my kid to his practice. I could get a lead when I go to the grocery store. I could get a lead. There's 1,000 ways. I literally just got a lead and more than paid for my braces that I just got taken off from my dental hygienist who bought, or the oral, whatever, the chick is there that did my braces. And she ended up buying a house through me. There's a million ways to get leads in real estate, and we're going to talk about that next. So the first piece is getting very clear on how you want to feel and what your business is going to look like. And don't strangle it. You don't have to strangle your business. The universe can bring you the opportunities that will fit best if you let it. But if you start trying to push everything into place and hold on to that how too much, you are going to probably be taking note of what's not working, and you are going to be trying to direct it versus just walking towards it. So you're not saying where the next step is, you're just saying, hey, I'm walking towards it. So you get that vision and you start walking towards it. That's step one. Step one is insanely important. It's just like in business, y'all, when they talk about, in branding, how you need to know your target client. Why is that? So that you know how you're going to show up. It's the same thing with a vision. You need to know your target life so that you know what you're walking towards, and so that the universe knows what you're walking towards, right? Okay, the second thing is you need to have audacity. And if you are letting your shoulds, your fears, your doubts hold you back, that is one of the biggest things that I see real estate agents do. They're afraid to make the call. They're afraid to ask for the business. They are not doing the things that they think they should because fear or doubt, or maybe they're just procrastinating. They're probably coming up with really good reasons why they'll never cold call. But you have to be somebody who is audacious, who's willing, who is like, hey, nothing is going to slow me down. When I was taking my business from not that much, when I was, for many years, I homeschooled my son as a single mom, and I was the only income in the house, wasn't getting anything. And I homeschooled him. And then once he was getting ready to go off to college to go play football, I decided to kick my business up. And I went from zero to six figure, or not zero, but not zero, definitely not zero. I was making money in real estate, but it wasn't like crazy. I was sticking around 2, 3, 4, 5 million. I mean, I wasn't doing a bunch of business, but I was doing enough to sustain us. Um, and that was my only gig. Like, that's how I was making my money. But when I decided to go from that to creating a 6-figure business in less than a year, it was me saying, no matter what, oh, I need a cold call. Okay. No matter what. Oh, I need to do, well, I'm not going to let anything slow me down either. And that's part of being audacious, is that you're going, you know what? I'm not going to let anything slow me down. I'm not going to let anybody talk me out of this. This is where I'm going, and this is what I am doing. This is what I want. So figuring out what you believe you should be doing is huge. You have to be doing what you think you should be doing. And if you're not, listen, and you can apply that to every area of your life. If you're eating things you don't think you should, if you're dealing with people you don't think you should, if you are not doing the work you think you should, you have to live up to your shoulds and stop shoulding yourself. So you don't want to, like, and I say should loosely, but it's the things that we believe that we need to be doing in order to be successful. Many of us are not doing them. We're just going, oh, well, yeah, I want to be $1 million agent, but, I don't really feel like doing that today. Or, no, I think I'm going to go get a latte with my friend. Or no, I think I'm going to go do this instead, and I'll work tomorrow. And then you get to the end of the week and you do anything that you think that you should have done that week. And on one hand, I want to say be easy on yourself, because it's just the best thing to do. And on the other hand, at the same time, you've got to start changing that momentum, and you've got to start doing the things you think you should be doing, or changing the belief. And that's a whole different video, y'all. But those are the two options, because see, if you're trying to build momentum as a real estate agent, you've got to start walking in those shoes. And that means you have to be doing all the things that you believe. So for instance, if you want to be a top producing real estate agent, multi-million dollar, $10 million platinum club, whatever it is that you want to be, you've got to start doing what you believe that requires. Otherwise, the opportunity doesn't show up, right? Like if you're not, because here's the thing with energy, y'all, if you're not doing the things and in that mindset and in that energetic range, you are not able to see the opportunities. It's not that they're not there. It's that you are literally not energetically able to see the opportunities. So you're walking around going, it's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. It is happening, but you can't see it because you are so stuck on, first of all, taking score too soon. And second of all, not doing what you think you need to do. You have to do that. A big, huge misnomer with law of attraction is that you don't have to do anything, just think good thoughts. Well, that's not true. You do have to do some things, and action is very much a part of law of attraction. Okay, step 3, the third thing that is holding you back is focusing on things that don't matter. So that applies to a lot of different things. One of the things is getting all the things ready. Like, oh, I got to get this ready. I got to get that ready. Listen, you need a lockbox, you need a business card, and you need a sign for the yard. That's it. You don't need anything fancy. So don't make it overcomplicated. Just start moving in the direction. Every single day, make the commitment to move in the direction. Stop focusing on comparing what other people are doing compared to what you're doing. Who cares? They're not you. They're not on your journey. It doesn't matter. You can go from 0 to a million really quickly. It doesn't, like, there is nothing that is stopping you. I don't know if you guys know, like, the old term when I was growing up, it was like, if you're about to see a fight, people like had these cool sayings to be like, nothing between us but air and opportunity. Yeah, exactly. Nothing between you and your real estate business but air and opportunity, and your limiting beliefs. And your focus matters. So stop commiserating with other agents that are not doing well, or agents that are doing well that are complaining. Stop commiserating. Get out of the groups where people are talking about things that don't matter. Start paying more attention to how you're spending your time and make your time count more. Start focusing on your wins, not on your losses. Like, we are all going to have losses. As a real estate agent, you're going to hear no more than you hear yes. But at some point, that starts to flip a little bit. At some point, it starts to change. And the way that you do that is by getting your focus in order, right? Because if you're focused on all the complaints and this is what's really got the attention, this is what you're going to continue to see. And you're going to start seeing, that's the thing. People go like, oh, be a good friend. Listen to me complain. And I'm like, no, fuck that. I don't want to hear you complain. Why? Because yes, I can like, oh, okay, I hope it feels better. But at the end of the day, I am not going to like come there with you, because if I do, not only do I like do you a disservice by not believing in your ability, but I also do myself a disservice by activating that energy in myself. So every single one of us needs to do more and be more vigilant about your energy and your focus and how you're using it. So if you just do those top 3 things, those are the things I guarantee you, you're not doing them if you're not thriving yet, not consistently. You can tell me, oh, Rebecca, I did that for a week, or, oh, I did that for 5, for a day or whatever. But you have got to be willing to, no matter what, get to where you want to go. And that is, these top 3 things are what are going to get you there. So I hope that helped. I'll see you guys next time.